Hello. All right, so we're here to talk about the engineering path on Bastion. So this is a sizable step over the other paths, I would say, just because this is meant for a person who is willing to get their hands dirty creating stuff, okay? And not so much like the artisan path, which is about creating art and creating variants for Aether, so their own programs for Aether. This is more about creating physical things. So I'm talking about sigilwork antennas, and I'm talking about complex Aether devices and various things that take a little work. You know, you got to involve your hands in various tools and mediums to make an actual device. Okay, so one of the more accessible things that we'll cover on this path is a sigilwork antenna, which I call, otherwise an SWA or a SWA. That's the tentative name, but so let's just call it a SWA for now, okay? I got some examples. So we got very simple SWAs, very simple antennas, such as this guy. Just a little antenna, nothing too crazy. And of course, they can get more complex than that. We have ones that can get a little bigger and have a little more going on. Oops, a little bent. So something, oh, this guy's bent too. They are a little fragile, so if you don't take good care of them, they will get bent. So this guy as well, it's got stuff going on in all sorts of directions. So it's more than just a 2D plane. It also extends out into the third dimension. It extends, out of that flat plane. And of course, we have some that are not flat at all, such as this guy. So there's a variety of different types of antennas you can use. You can even wear this if you wanted to. I didn't plan to wear it, but you could if you wish to. So what these things do is they shape and they manipulate and they add motion and focus to fields of energy as to have them perform certain functions. So it's not only an antenna, it's also a device that shapes energy. So it's there isn't really anything that you can compare it to. It's really its own novel technology, which you can find here at Etheric and at Bastion, and only in very other specialized places. It's not very well known. You've likely never seen anything like this before. So with these devices, if you already have Aether with you, be it something as small as this, a little ray, or a more complex device, you can greatly boost its output by pairing it with an antenna. And you can do amazing things with this. So with even just a little bit of Aether and maybe tuck it in there somewhere, or you got a feel for where it would be best, you can have an incredible effect on your neighborhood, on the planet, on the universe, by having a suitable antenna and just a little bit of juice to juice it up. So you will be learning how to make these yourself, and not just how to copy my designs, but how to intuitively feel where to cut these pieces, where to bend and shape the metal as to make a promising and potent device. So this material is actually fairly cheap. You can get a massive roll of it, which will last you months and give you many months of time to experiment and play around and follow along with our lessons. So it's quite inexpensive, but if there are people out there who want to join this path and want to make specialized Aether devices and want to really layer it up and make something very powerful, you can do that as well. So here's a little example. It's nothing that insanely special, but it was in my bedroom, and so I thought to bring it up. You can have multiple layers involved. You might see bits of purple and blue, different types of Aether, different types of programs. You'll learn how to put inclusions in. So you might learn various crystals, minerals, metals, various powders of metal, various, so many things that you can put in here to augment its functioning. And of course, proper, I need a thesaurus for this, proper ways to boost and output the energy. So various pipes, various antennas, various ways to make it have a very tangible effect on your home, on your neighborhood, and of course the planet and universe. These things can be quite powerful and can have quite a far reach. So we'll be covering all of that. Pretty much ways to build, ways to shape, ways to become, in essence, a mad scientist, but for the cause of good. So I would recommend that if you're going to take this path, if you want to be able to program your own ether and make your own ether variants, you may want to take the artisan path as well, because that is where we cover the creation of etheric programs and variants and how to make your own ether with your own functions. So if you do not wish to do that, we can program the ether you pour. We can do it remotely. All the skills we learn here at Bastion are remote capable. So we can program it for you if you wish. But if you want to have that extra degree of control and extra degree of creativity, then you can learn how to do that, but that would be in the artisan path. So it is two separate paths, unfortunately. But if you really want to get your hands deep into this movement that is Aether and that is Bastion, and you want to really push it forward, and if you want to clear out your neighborhood of any negative influences and any just malaise that kind of lingers around, or if you are a person who is very diligently harassed or persecuted or haunted, you're going to need your own firepower. And of course, you can keep buying ether from me and from Bastion, and you can get it that way if you wish. But if you want to go to the next level and make your own and have your own stockpiles and be able to make your own ether and these more complex devices, you would want to take this path. And I would also recommend the artisan path. So again, that's only if you want to take the next step and really put yourself in the forefront of our movement, which is to be able to create this material and create these specialized devices yourself. Of course, like any paid path at Aether, because this path is a paid option, we will have weekly get-togethers or blitzes, so we can call them engineering blitzes. And that's when we come together and we share our research and we share our work. So if one of us does something with, say, a certain type of stone or a certain type of geometry or arrangement, they can share their work and I'll share my work, because I'm always working on this stuff day in and day out. I'm always creating something new. And you'll see up front the greatest advances of this technology, which won't be shown on my website and which aren't shown anywhere else. It will only be here. So if you're trying to make a world-class device that has no equal and has not been done before, except for myself or other members, this is the place to do it. And also, if you make a revelation or an update or a novel creation that we feel has promise and people will want to buy, we can sell it through our marketplace and you'll get a proceed of the cost. So I'm not sure what those ratios are going to be yet, but you can get money off of your ideas and off of your work, and of course respect. And you can even name it after yourself if you want. I don't mind. So there is a way to make abundance, and there is a way to get admiration and respect and renown for the creative input and the achievements and advancements that you come across. So this is definitely a next level path, and I only recommend it if you are willing to physically use your hands and create things and you wish to further research and really be at the cutting edge of this stuff. So it is an advanced path, but if it appeals to you, I say come and join us and let's see what we can create, because this is a brand new medium, ether, and this energy and these devices. It's been around for maybe a decade or two at most, and it's still totally unknown by most people on this planet. So there's a ton of potential. And if you want to be surfing that wave and be on the forefront along with us in the front lines, you can join us. So yeah, check it out, and we hope to see you if it feels right to you. Take care.